Repossessed houses can be the best ways to get an incredible deal on a piece of real estate, whether you plan to live in the property or you plan to use it as an investment property. But the world of buying repossessed properties can be a little complicated. It's filled with legal jargon. What up, Legacy Brothers? My name is Eko Kwigre and welcome to the channel. In this video, I will walk you through how a repossession of a property works and the three phases in the repossession process where it's possible to buy a property. We are going to break down this video into three parts. First, we will talk about what a repossession of a property is. Second, the three different phases of repossession of a property. And then third, I will walk you through some real-life examples and making sure you end up with a killer good deal. If you follow this process, you will be successful at real estate investing. I guarantee it. You might want to save this video so that you can come back to it later. Let's go. A repossession of a property is the process where the lien holder takes ownership of a property, usually as a result of non-payment of debt. It generally begins with a bunch of notices given to the property owner and then a legal set of steps that lead to the actual repossession. There are generally three phases in the repossession process where it is possible to buy a property. There is the pre-repossession at the sheriff's office or auctioneer repossession, and then after repossession. So when learning how to buy repossession, it is important to know the three phases. First, the pre-repossession phase is when you buy a house before the repossession actually happens and before the homeowner is kicked out. This is a common technique used by a lot of real estate investors, and it can be a good way to find motivated sellers. Next, there is the actual repossession at the sheriff or auctioneer office or even at the subject property. You see, in most cases, once the legal process has been carried out and the property is sent to a public auction, it's done at the sheriff's office. Sometimes, literally at the subject property, and it's sold to the highest bidder. This process is known as the sale in execution. If you are enjoying this video, then smash the like button so that together we can get this video spread out to like-minded people and hopefully help them as well. Okay, let's carry on. So, the bidding generally opens with an automatic starting bid of whatever amount is owed on the property. So, no, you are not going to show up and bid a rent on a property and get it. Whatever they owed on it is where the bidding begins at. For example, if a homeowner owed $50,000 on a loan and the loan secured the property, the bidding should start at $50,000. If no one bids any higher, then the lien holder will be awarded the property and be given the title. So, if no one bids any higher than 50, then the bank is going to take it back at 50. A couple of years ago, I went to a sheriff auction and ended up winning this home that I currently live in for just a buck over the open bid, which was around $850,000. Because, listen, no one else showed up at the auction. That was a good day for me. Alright, now, if you plan to buy a repossession at the auction, here are a few tips to keep in mind. When you buy at the auction, there may be liens attached. Also, you probably wouldn't be able to see the inside of the property beforehand. And the sheriff usually requires 10% plus VAT cash upfront on the day you buy it. In South Africa, you are also given 21 days from the day of purchase to raise the remaining balance of the purchase price. You may incur penalties, and in some instances, your whole deposit might be forfeited. So you can kind of rule out getting a loan for your deposit. This makes buying property on auction a more advanced and maybe risky strategy that I usually don't recommend for beginners. But hey, it works. So we covered the pre-repossession and the actual repossession at the sheriff or auctioneer's office. If this video is helping you in some way, this channel is definitely for you. Subscribe. The third and probably the most common phase that most people talk about when they talk about they bought a repossessed house is the actual post-repossession phase. You know, after the sale at the sheriff auction, the new owner of the property, probably the bank who gave the loan, unless somebody bids higher, you know, they have to evict the tenant, probably the former homeowner who might still reside there. If it's a bank, the bank will generally go through the process of evicting the tenant and get the home listed with a real estate agent to sell it. If you've made it this far, I want you to do me a huge favor. I want you in the comments type in "I'm a legacy builder," so I know that you made it to this point. I truly appreciate you. Each one, teach one. God bless you. Be a legacy builder and don't forget to subscribe. Cheers.